The next section is purchase orders. And so here's where we can set up purchase orders. For some businesses, they have existing relationships with their suppliers or with their vendors, where they can use purchase orders, in essence, which is like a promise to pay. It's sort of like management's way of saying, if you get a purchase order from us, that means we have vetted it and authorized it, so you can go ahead and deliver the goods to us, and we promise we'll pay you. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead, and the first step here is the plus icon right here, or new, okay, and select purchase order. So you'll see that's under vendors, and it's called purchase order. And then we'll create a new purchase order for the vendor Valley Rock, the one we just created in first step. And you can scroll down, or you can start to type it, whatever works best for you. We're going to go ahead and just use this date as our purchase order date, whatever date you're entering it on. And then we're going to click on product and service. So one of the things they want to show us here is you can use the existing products or services, or instead of having to go all the way to the products and services area and then add a new product or service, you can add one from right here by clicking add new. So that's step 5. And now we're going to create a new inventory product. This is step 6, and it's going to be called Landscape Rock. Our initial quantity on hand is going to be 0. As of, just use today's date, whatever it is when you're filling this out. And the category is going to be landscaping. It's going to be an inventory asset account, and our sales price is going to be $75. Our cost is going to be $50. And our income account for the sales is going to be sales of product income. So for mine, it was already there. I didn't have to change it. My expense account is going to be cost sold. And then it's taxable at the standard rate. So we don't have to change that either. We'll go ahead and hit save and close. And so now we've created that new product called Landscape Rock right from this purchase order. We didn't have to leave and come back. So this tells us to put 100. That's the quantity. And now you can see we have a purchase order. So what's cool about this is not only does it create a document that our vendor can use to know that we've authorized payment after they bill us, also it adds it into our inventory. So we don't have to do that. That's 2 separate things. I'm going to go ahead and hit save and new. Okay, and now on step 9, I'm going to select Hicks Hardware as my vendor. Go ahead and just use today's date, whatever it is for you. And then step 10, we'll see that down here in the item details, it's already got stuff. So the way the system works is it just assumes you're going to buy the same stuff. You don't have to type it, especially if you buy a lot of the same stuff from the same supplier. If you did have to, you could clear all the lines and put in totally different stuff. But that's just kind of a cool feature that it is, it leaves it there so that you can take what you had before and adjust it. So one of the things they want to show us, it says to click on 25, but if you click on 25, it goes away. It's trying to show you that if you just roll over like the quantity on any of these items, it'll show you how much quantity you have on hand in your inventory system. So you can see I have 31 of these landscaping sprinklers. And so even though it says click on it, really you just roll over it. Just put your mouse pointer over it and it will tell you what the quantity you have on hand. So it's going to tell us to go ahead and so when we're doing this purchase order, we're actually going to buy all the same stuff, but we're going to change the quantities of it. So we're going to do our rock fountain to 3. We're going to order 3 of those. We're going to order 20 of the sprinkler heads, 30 of the sprinkler pipes, and then 4 of the pumps. So it looks like this job's a little bigger than the last one we did. Whoops. And then the other thing we can do is if we're making this order and just specifically for a specific customer, we can go ahead and just put the customer's name in there. So on step 12, it tells us to put in cookies by Kathy. So we're doing this job for that customer. And so it will automatically add these to the customer's billing when we go to make the invoice for the customer, which is kind of cool. Because again, otherwise I'd have to do that as a separate thing. There we were ordering all this stuff, and we're ordering it for this customer, cookies by Kath. Step 13, we're going to save and close. That's it for that second section on purchase orders.